I'm Roy on the top of the hotel in Melbourne, Australia. I'm from Los Angeles, California, straight up from the Kogi trucks, and we're here to bring our flavor to the other side of the world.
What is your flavor?
Our flavor is an expression of how we live in a certain part of the city in LA, and then kind of it's kind of an expression of like the immigrants that came to LA and how we've kind of like lived within the city and how we continue to exist within the city. So the flavor is almost as if you were to take a bite out of the city itself, from rich to poor, from brown to white, it don't matter, and that's kind of like why Kogi is so special, because it reaches kids. It's a place where kids and their parents can come together. It's a place where you can go after a club and when you're drunk. It's a place that you can have lunch, in the middle of the day, and it's just I don't know, it almost as if like when you bite into the Kogi taco or when you eat our food, it's almost as if you're feeling the city through your body. So that's kind of our flavor. But the specific ingredients are ginger, garlic, green onion, chili, soy sauce, sesame oil. So all of those things come together.
Have you had a chance to get a sense of what the flavor of Melbourne is?
I think from an ingredient standpoint, the flavor is still developing and it's still is so diverse. I mean, I see Asian food coming up right now. I just drove through Victoria Street today. I see the restaurant that hosted me, Coda, was fantastic, and I think that's along a group of restaurants like Coda and Long Grain and I think Ginger Boy that are really tapping, and what's great about those flavors in those restaurants is that it's not just this like haphazard like slapped together Asian fusion. It's really coming from a soulful place. Like you eat the food, there's a lot of delicacy, there's a lot of flavors that transfer over. They're using ingredients like betel leaves, Vietnamese raw mints, they're using ginger, so they're using galangal, they're using a lot of great things, kaffir lime, lychees. So again, it's not just tamari sauce and soy sauce and like sugar, it's a lot of great flavors. I see a lot of Italian influence going on. I see a lot of coffee bars. Right now it's Friday afternoon, about like 6:30. I mean, the place is pumped. I just walked down the river here and then up through the laneways there. I mean, it's as if like they've been waiting all week just to go out and have fun, So the flavor to me is a city that's extremely sophisticated, but doesn't take themselves too seriously, has a great time, and really values the company, each other, and the food. To be honest, like the price of food here is a little bit expensive here in Australia, but what I've really kind of gathered over these 4 days and really sunk in is it's not the price. The price is the value in which you value the food. So you really care for the product so that you pay for that product, which in turn inspires the chef or the establishment to give you the best that they can give. So no one's, I guess the best way I can put it is no one's shortchanging each other. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, even though it's expensive, everybody is engaged and everybody's involved and nobody is trying to rob anybody. And that's an extremely refreshing and amazing thing you guys have here in Australia, because it's not like that everywhere, especially in America.
What advice do you have for your fans at Gourmet Traveller when they come to Los Angeles? What's the best way to get the most out of the city as a person who loves to eat and travel?
Well, I just got familiar with your magazine this year, as you guys asked me to come to this country, and just like Melbourne has won my heart over with your enthusiasm and your kind of thoroughness and like, again, sophistication and love for food. Your magazine is incredible. It's a magazine that's based around beautiful artwork, beautiful food design, wonderful stories, in-depth coverage. It's not just about sound bites and advertisements from what I saw. Beautiful magazine. When I did the first dinner at Coda with the people, the Gourmet Traveller readers, I could see again a true spiritual humbleness towards food. And so you guys, what I'm saying, I guess what I'm trying to say is you guys would love LA. You would love the kogi trucks. My advice is to go beyond the stereotype or the first layer of LA. Go beyond West Hollywood, go beyond Beverly Hills, and go into the neighborhoods. LA is a very different city than like Melbourne. You have a central core, right, the CBD, right, and then you have the outer suburbs. But the difference with LA is we're a really vast, spread out city. So if you just go to West Hollywood or where the buildings are, you're probably not going to go to where we really hang out. You know, so like go out to the San Gabriel Valley, go into Koreatown, go into East LA, Alvarado, go down to the South Bay, go to Orange County, go across into East Hollywood and deep into Glendale and Eagle Rock, and really find these pockets, because what LA is really great for is we're not really that. And I'm glad we're not really known as a chef-driven city. What we are is we're a city of immigrants and great food, extremely great produce, and the food. What's great about LA is there's so many fresh immigrants from El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, China, different parts of China, Taiwan, Korea, that the food is almost like FedExed over. When I say FedExed over, it's like this guy that might be cooking your meal may have been, you know, in southern China like 2 weeks ago, and now he's living in Rosemead and he's cooking you food. So it's like the closest you can get to that country, and it's even better because the produce is just so much more vibrant. So my recommendation is go out, talk to the residents of LA, talk to the cooks and the chefs, go out to especially Koreatown, San Gabriel Valley, East LA, go to those three areas, and then find the kogi truck, you know, straight up.
Thank you.
Just find me and I'll take you out to eat.